up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Strictly Blizzness, episode 98.
We are so close to 100.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome, actually. It's been around for a long time. I don't know why that's funny. That was an accurate statement.
Because I said we're almost to 100, and you're like, it's been around for a long time. What, that we're almost to 100? Or
no,
the show's been around?
Blizzness has been around.
Oh, okay.
One of the guys, in the moment of the post game, I don't know which one. When we were at D2s, someone's like, "You guys are a celebrity. I watch that show religiously." I'm like, "That's weird." He's like, "Even before I was signed here." I'm like, "Well, thank you."
That's not weird. So, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. So thank you to all of our players that watch our show.
Yeah, that's really cool. But they're still not subscribing.
Correct.
And then I only see like 8 likes, but 600 views.
Splendid.
So
Speaking of thank yous.
So nobody likes it. Yeah.
Thank you to Edge VR Arcade and Creative Edge.
And Werner Electric.
For making Strictly Blizzness go.
Yay.
Yay. We had a game this weekend.
We had a game.
It was awesome.
It was fabulous.
It was awesome. It was all the shenanigans that indoor football brings. So ejections on Faith and Family Day, concert, win, up 21-0 at one point.
27-0.
Hit the crossbar. New rule was in play. Scored on it. So
it was fabulous. I asked Corey. I said, "Hey, do you guys practice that?" And he said, "No, but we've known since the beginning of the season that that's live. So we've talked about it like throughout the season because it happened with Arizona Quad Cities, and Quad Cities scored on that as well.
Yeah,
and so that was fabulous. I was not at the game. So we were watching it, and it was pretty exciting to watch too.
Yeah, and it almost became more of a game at the end there too. And you can't. I saw a lot of comments on Nate Davis. You can't really rule out any team that guy's on. He has had touched points in the NFL. He's a very good player.
Yeah.
BJ Hill is a huge fan/friend of his. So he's I think the only quarterback, and Corey was telling me, that calls his entire offense. Yep. From the line himself.
Because he can.
Yep.
I mean, he played ball with BJ in college.
Yeah.
So he's been around this game for a while, no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was busy. It was busy.
You look a little tired today.
I am tired. I'm not fully back in the saddle yet.
No.
So I don't know if I will until after Saturday again.
So tell me about the concert. How did the concert go? I heard
awesome.
He was fabulous.
Yeah, he was great, and I got to hang out with him for a decent portion of the game, explain some indoor football stuff to him. He loved it. Wanted to come back, wanted to bring his kids, that whole group. And huge shout out to Patrick Gear for helping with that. He was outstanding. So a really good human being. So
excellent.
Yeah, enjoy every bit of it.
Set?
I think when they were recapping at the end as we were loading him out, I think he was 50.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So fabulous. To all of you that got to catch that concert for free, that's not going to happen again anytime soon. So
$15 for a football game and a concert is crazy. Right. So, and you caught a good game. So
yeah, very very competitive game. And like you said, at the end, being down by 11 in the IFL is not that big of a deal because that gap can close really, really fast. For us, it was getting ahead right at the beginning. At halftime, they were starting to close the gap, and then I think we answered on every possession that we had. We did miss a field goal, but and that's how the game should be played. So if there's ever an oops or there's ever we didn't score, and I'm not talking about this game in particular, that does come back to haunt you in the end. So it was good that we were answering with points, and in the end, there just wasn't enough time for San Diego to come back.
Yep.
So
yeah. Yeah, it was a fun game to watch, and I mean, it's no secret to anyone on our roster. Corey said we just got to learn to close out games, and that came from Coach because the door was still open for them to come back. So yep.
It was open, and we got a little sloppy with the penalties at the end. I mean, there were quite a few penalties in the second half of the game, last quarter for sure. Yeah.
Good bunch of games this weekend too. Some surprises. So I think the biggest is nobody nobody projected or picked Iowa to upset Mass, but it was a matter of time as Iowa starts righting the ship there.
Well, that's just it.
And now we get them. So.
Yeah, Mogs.
Yep.
Mogs got his legs, that's for sure. Yep. That was an exciting game to watch, and Mass just couldn't catch a break at all, and Iowa played very, very well. Very well. I really thought, and I was cheering for Tulsa. You know, I got nothing against Billy, as you guys know. I adore Billy, but maybe not always as a coach, but as a person. I really wanted Tulsa to hand him the first loss. Yep. I really did. But again, he's lucky that we have that rule where he doesn't have to advance the ball because they took the knee.
Able to run out the clock.
Yep. So anyway, what else? Who else played? What other upsets?
Naz beat Bay Area, which I believe put them at the top of that conference now. Arizona got beat.
Yeah, by Vegas.
So that was a big game.
Yeah. And on our side, you know,
Quad Cities.
Quad Cities and Frisco are the two really that have to be defeated. We go there after this weekend, so we'll see if we can do it, right? Now we are halfway through the season, and it really, I was talking to Corey about this, it really is any team's game to be in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much, other than Frisco for sure going in Quad Cities at this point, unless there's some big upsets that happen throughout the end of the season, but they're pretty far ahead, Frisco for sure, of everybody, and Quad Cities has pretty much secured their spot too. But I really can't say that with certainty because anything could happen, and that's what I love about our league now and the parity in our league. When we first came in, you always knew who was going to the playoffs, and some people will say, oh, it's that vet rule, you know, you didn't, because of the vet rule, it's not as fun to watch. Well, if you always want to watch a blowout game, go watch somewhere else. I mean, I'm one of those people where I want to watch a competitive game. Yes, it gives you almost a heart attack when it comes down to the last 3 minutes, but I would rather see a competitive game than not. Yeah,
it's going to get interesting, that's for sure. So, because there's no, again, outside of those two out way in front, it's, games that you didn't think may not have relevance are going to have relevance pretty soon here. So,
they are going to matter.
And any of the teams that had looked like they might be not as tough are going to play tough now too.
Yeah.
So
Tulsa's going to be a force to reckon with, and we go and see them in July.
Yeah.
So, I went yesterday to see Hamilton.
Okay.
And as I'm walking up, I see a familiar face, but you know when you go somewhere and that person's not where you normally see them, you kind of look at them like, wait a minute, I know you, and it was Bob Steffen.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, hey, Kathy, how did it go yesterday? And I'm thinking, well, you were at the game. What do you mean? He's like, no, the graduation. And I went,
he would know you weren't there too.
Yeah,
it was right by your seats.
Because we sit by each other. So he said, you know, you can say my name on the show. And I'm like, okay, all right. So him and BJ are always across from me, and they're very loud, and I love loud. So kudos to you guys. I'll say your name now. You won't be the anonymous guys that sit across from me.
Right. So game this weekend too.
Game this weekend.
On Saturday, a little bit later. So 7:05 kick. And doors at 5:30 because we have a cool partner appreciation event where you can learn something about our partners who wanted to be part of that event, because it's not all of them, but there's a bunch there. They'll have information about them and why they supported us, and we'll have a little checklist you can check off, and you get a discount at the merch stand if you stop at all the tables. And we have the 2003 roster in attendance and a trucker cap giveaway. We'll say why supplies last, but we have a ton of them thanks to our friends at PMI as well.
So it's the 20th anniversary of the Blizzard, not just in the IFL, but in existence. So 20 years of tenure and that original team. Is it the whole team?
No. I mean, there's. I think we're the 8 to 10 window. I mean, as those guys are scattered about the United States, but
it's been 20 years too.
Yep.
So, All right, and we're gonna acknowledge them at halftime.
Yes.
Is that the...
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, so you'd see if you've been an indoor football fan for that many years, and we do have some season ticket holders that have been Blizzard fans since the inception in 2003. So pretty cool,
right,
for them to see some of their original players that got
Absolutely.
them hooked. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
so it's cool, and those guys get to come back too, because that was well before our time here. So it's neat to see people that were part of it when it first started, and cool that they would come out.
Yeah, awesome.
Then one more home one.
One more home one after that, which is
June 9th.
One that we really like, which is our military night.
Yeah.
And I will be
party.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening at the block party?
Chris Cruzy, so as seen on The Voice, from Wisconsin. So he's doing an acoustic set beforehand. We'll have inflatables, games, you name it, out front, just hanging out. And then that's a double bubble military night. And then we have the Pulaski Marching Band at halftime and the Pulaski Choir doing the national anthem. So
that's impressive.
And the Pulaski Band throughout the game, actually. So they're going to be permanently set above the party pit, and they will play during promo timeouts pep music instead of us doing audio. So it'll be cool. So
it'll be different, but it'll feel like a college
right?
game.
Why not?
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, it'll feel like a college game.
Corey asked that if we could put them on the other side, but that's just the only place we can put them is above the party pit, because you can't have somebody blowing into the back ahead of a fan.
Oh.
And it's not like we're doing that when you're calling plays. It's literally doing a promo timeout that they would play. Yeah. So there's music during that point anyways. So,
right.
Yep.
Right. It's just different when it's a horn that's live.
Yeah.
It is a little different.
Yep.
Very cool. And Pulaski's marching band is going to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Next year. So,
yeah, I think it's 2024. Yep.
Yeah, 24. Yeah. I'm trying to think, when does football start?
Right.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that's very, that'll be a great way to finish out our home stretch here. How many fans did we have this past weekend?
4,000.
Yeah, so another great crowd.
Yep.
Another good
crowd. Now we'll fight warm weather. So
yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
So come out this weekend for sure. Come and see the former. Do we have a commemorative ball for that?
Yeah, there's a throwback ball. It's tan like the old AFL2 ball used to be. We just didn't put the blue stripe on it because it would have been right in the way of the quarterback grip. But yeah, it looks like that one. It's AF2. All tan. Yeah. Yep.
Excellent. Good.
And get it while you can, because we might, until the Strictly ball hopefully shows up in time for military night. Like, we don't have much to sell you for football. It's like, it's gone nuts in football sales.
Yeah.
Eric Martin from Green RX, when he bussed a bunch of Sauk Prairie kids in, I literally think he bought every kid a football. So huge shout out to Green RX again. So we are in approaching negative inventory land on football.
So thank you, Martin family.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you will be able to get the military ball and what's left of the throwback ball, and you can still catch those ones on the next two games. Yeah, but people have destroyed the merch stand this year. So
that's a good problem to have.
Yep, and people bought what stuff Micah had. So part of Micah's suitcases didn't make the flight, so we had a shirt and a bracelet. Delta has the rest. And he was playing on some gear supplied by Lighthouse. A huge shout out to Lighthouse. It was an evening for him when he landed on Friday night at 10:50. And Jason from Lighthouse saved the day. Jason, but he had 7 books only. Micah wrote a book recently that he signed, and they were gone within 3 minutes of him announcing that we had put him up there. So, yep.
So, is it possible that we could get some for the next 2 games to maybe... I
mean, that luggage might still show up here. Jackson, their agent, was going to let me know if I needed to go to Austin Strabla today. So we may have some of that. Who knows? So
that's terrible.
Well, yep. Oops. But took it in stride, and they wore Blizzard stuff for the concert. Micah was in a hoodie. The drummer was in the 15 IFL season hoodie. And then after sound check, they made a Target run for other apparel needed. So, yeah,
that's fabulous. So their actual luggage didn't.
Luggage, yeah, yep.
Yikes.
Yep.
I did not know about that till just now.
And no one told me until day of. I mean, just for risk of freaking me out that we were missing a guitar or something. And truthfully, Jason is quite capable from Lighthouse, so it didn't need to make it to me. So
excellent.
Yep.
That's fantastic. See? Ryan and I have been discussing how there are other people that can do things within our organization and with our partners as well, that he carries a very heavy load. There's no question. If you guys have ever been to one of our games, you know that he's usually covered in sweat and he's running around like a crazy person because there is so much going on behind the scenes. So it's not like he wants to run around. That's not the goal. But we do have plenty capable people on our staff. Yeah,
I played guitar at church Sunday afterwards, which usually is the early morning, but I think I fell asleep standing up once during the morning. That was by choice too. I can control when I sign up for that. I really enjoy doing that, so it was a little bit less practice time this week with the Blizzard game, but I was I felt bad for Kirsten, sorry, because I had to nap on Mother's Day before we did other things, but yeah.
Well,
yep.
It's her day to spend with her children.
Yeah, so. I'm not sure she signed up for grocery shopping, but
that way.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, no,
nope.
And happy Mother's Day to all of you. We did not say that on our last broadcast. Now we're going to
as I sent the PA reads, I got it though. You would have been proud of me. I did get it at the game. So
okay, good, good. So happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there, to the moms that aren't here anymore, that you can't celebrate with. Always treasure the memories and hold them true in your heart. To moms who have lost children, our prayers go out to you, because that's a very difficult day to celebrate once that's happened. And just hopefully all of you moms were pampered. I was in church on Sunday, and our priest said, I want all of you kids, even you older kids, to come up and get a flower for your mom. And he actually said, he looked at Caitlin and said, Caitlin, because Caitlin was with us, and she's 19, and she was like, seriously? But there were all sorts of ages. As long as you had a mom, you were supposed to take a flower for her. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
What else do you got?
Just pay attention to social media. Even as we hit the stretch of away games, there's a ton of stuff coming up in the community. Selena will for sure have the guys out at the farmers market. There's a Blizzard on the Bay event leading up to Military Night, where you can get some free tickets for Military Night and just hang out and play yard games out at our partner South Bay Marina. It's a real cool spot out on the water. Well, bags. I'll probably be in a dunk tank if you have any vendetta against me or just want to see me soaked. Come on out.
I think that's an invitation.
But there's some cool stuff coming up, and all that is on social. There'll be some more meet and eats at TNT. A good chance to still hang out with the players and stay connected while we're in the away game stretch, along with view parties for the away games at various restaurants. Replay TNT. I think one more at Little Jamaica. Don't quote me on that. We have them scattered across 3 different partners this year.
We also are most likely going to be at a flag football game.
Yep.
Or 2.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. So we will be out and about still, and you can get your fix of all things Blizzard football and this show.
Yes. We're hoping that because the end of the season is on the road, and we do plan that here in Green Bay for a couple of reasons, but mostly because, and we've said it before, we're not going to have people in the stands after June. Once kids are out of school, people in Wisconsin are at their cabins. They're going camping. They're traveling the United States. We really just would not have anybody in the stands. And that's the whole purpose of having the home games. So we are hoping to put something together where you can still interact with our players throughout the full season. Maybe go have an event at a park or whatever the case might be. So that's to come. And we still have one more kids camp.
Yeah, the Jermichael Finley camp is still available. June 10th, and includes the June 9th game. That'll be out all over social media soon as we run out of home games to push.
That was my next.
It's still out there, yes.
Yeah, that was my next question.
It's getting refreshed about twice a week right now, so that's out there, and a whole bunch of different partners have shared it. Eric put that out in Madison, so again, huge shout out to Green RX. So
excellent. Yep. And that's for high school kids. So that's coming into high school.
13 to 17 age range. Right. We got a couple 8th into high school that signed up. That were 2 actually physically would have looked like monsters at the youth camp. So yeah, just a little. You sign up for that one to have fun, but a little bit more serious about football and really pressing on to learn some stuff as you approach high school or head out of high school. So.
Correct. Into that NCAA or whatever, wherever you might be. Yeah.
That's what I got.
Okay.
potentially a movie this week. We'll see if schedules allow. Fast
10.
43 or whatever number they're on. So we're too fast and no longer furious or whatever it's called. Like, pretty sure it'll be a wheelchair races with those guys.
I don't know. I saw the preview and it still looks really good.
Right.
So
I mean, their model is sign every actor and actress you can that's been in an action movie and put them in a car. Like, that's now the strategy.
I just care about seeing Vin Diesel and I just care about seeing Jason Statham. So other than that,
Statham, Cena.
Oh yeah,
Michelle
Cena's in there.
Charlize Theron.
Oh yeah,
Brie
Charlize is in
Larson
there.
now. Captain Marvel's
Yeah.
like it is the who's who of Jason Momoa. Did I say that wrong? Mimosa. Aquaman is in a car.
He's the villain.
Yep.
He's the villain, and we find out a past history as to they made him a villain.
Right.
So.
And then a big stretch of awesome movies in June, including Transformers is back. We saw a whole bunch of trailers of stuff coming out in June. So
Yeah,
I don't remember them all, but yep.
Yeah. I went to see Book Club last night.
Yeah.
It was a good, as some would call a good chick flick. If you saw the first Book Club, which has, I mean, these are some power actresses from, before. They're all in their 70s, and actually Jane Fonda's in it, and she's in her 80s. They do a good job. It's a cute little show. Don Johnson is in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Andy Garcia's in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, The Flash. That's the other June one.
Oh, yeah, Flash is coming out. That looks good.
Yep.
Bringing back the old Batmans.
Yep.
One of my favorite Batmans. Actually, I thought he was
loaded
the
in
best.
June.
Who did you think was the best Batman?
Probably Keaton. I actually enjoyed Christian Bale's stuff too, and I was a big Kilmer fan because of Willow and Top Gun before Kilmer got weird. But like, that one didn't bother me. I thought the Clooney one was terrible, but that's yeah.
I liked Kilmer because I liked his jaw in the mask and just his face. But I would agree, I liked Keaton the best.
Yep.
He just was a good balance of that dark yet not too dark. And I do think Christian Bale did a great job.
Yep.
And who knows? We'll see another reboot now that Gun's over there.
Oh
so
my gosh! Yeah.
There should be another one coming out in the next 5 years.
DC's kind of a dumpster fire, but we'll see. So
we'll see. Anyway, I had a kid that graduated this weekend.
Yeah, minor detail.
Yeah, minor. Not that big of a deal. It was really cool. So she graduated from Madison with a biomedical engineering degree, and she's going on to study the same thing as in a master's program. But they did. A speaker got on, and he said, "This was really cool, actually." He got on about 3/4 of the way through and said, "Well, guys, we are at Camp Randall. It's about 3/4 of the way through graduation.
Jump around.
So you know what's
Right
next."
on,
and they play Jump Around so that all of the 7,800 students that were there graduating got to jump around on the field of Camp Randall one last time, which was really neat.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I think I was talking to you because I caught up with you and your husband the week leading up to this game. Like that, I think that's his first home game missed.
Yes, ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever. Yeah.
And hopefully he took my text message to heart and didn't stay glued to his phone. Is this accurate?
He did a good job of being present.
Good. Awesome.
His phone was on watching the game. Him and Lance were sitting next to each other.
Sure.
So, and it was just too exciting of a game not to. I mean, we felt better not being there, and then all of us said, because we had Lane and Lance, we had all 4 kids with us. We're like, maybe we shouldn't go to the games anymore. Maybe that's the problem.
I wasn't going to bring it up on air, but the number of, hey, Larry shouldn't come to the games anymore came up a lot from people that know you guys. So.
Well, I did tell him maybe the next game he should just sit in the seats with me. And
people know, I mean, because they know where you sit and where he stands, they're like, where are the drinkers? I'm like, man, people pay attention.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. Anyway, we had something important to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And now I have both girls home for the summer, and my house looks like it. There's stuff everywhere because we just basically had to bring all of Kate's stuff home, dump it, and now we're going to have to sort that all summer.
Right on.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Love having them home.
Absolutely is.
Yeah.
That's what we got. Yeah.
I don't. We covered the league.
Yep. Get tickets to this weekend because you can only do it 2 more times in the regular season here, and we will have some fun at away game view parties, and we'll be back next week for this amazing show that you all love and 6 of you subscribe to.
True story. I think there's 12 subscribers.
Bruiser subscribed because he heard
Did
the
he?
polite threat last episode.
Thank you, Bruiser. It's about time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's what we got.
Okie dokie.
Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him.
Go Blizz. Whoops.
Go Blizz.
Wait. Let's rewind that. You don't have to edit that. Should we hit him with it?
Let's hit him with it.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.